Welcome back to another video. Today we're trying out new products, catching up, just a fun little get ready with me. Before we start, I did want to mention that sadly we're losing another great makeup brand. So many brands have been closing lately and it's really sad. But there's a slight upside of that you do get a really good discount usually on their sites before you can never get their products again though. But the brand that's going out of business is Vapour Beauty. So they did announce it a couple days ago. I posted it on my community tab. I posted it like immediately when they announced it. So if you want to stay like very up to date, make sure you are subscribed to me so you get those like community posts that pop up on your feed. But you can get 50% off on their website, or they do still have some products left on the Detox market, hopefully by the time you're seeing this. So they already have 50% off on the Detox market on Vapour Beauty as well. But I do have a code with the Detox market for 15% off, which is Lindsay M15. And it also works on their sale items. So you could actually get an extra 15% off if you wanted like a super great deal on any of your favorite Vapour Beauty products before you can no longer get them. Be sure to check that out. I'll put it right at the top of the description. But let's go ahead and get into these new products. So I have this primer. It's not a new primer from them, but it is my... I think I've actually tried this before. So this is a semi-new product. I have no idea what I thought of it, but I think I have tried this before. It's the Pure 4-in-1 Correcting Primer. Let's go ahead and open this up. Comes in this very cute little tube. It has a lot of like coconut-based ingredients. More of like a skincare-based primer. I don't think it's going to be smoothing because it is silicone-free, which is actually a nice option. So I already have skincare on, but let's try this out. I take a little pea-sized amount. Yeah, it's very like watery. I'm guessing it's water-based because it is silicone-free. So I would probably not recommend this with silicone-based foundations. It has quite a strong coconut scent, which I don't totally mind. It reminds me of the First Aid Beauty coconut primer, which I used to really love. Do they even still sell that? If they do, I might buy it because it had the prettiest glow. That's like a really old product. Do you remember when I was using that? If you remember when I was using that, thank you for watching me for this long. This is a really nice like texture. It's just giving me like a little bit of dewiness to the skin. If you are like allergic to coconut or anything, stay far away from this product because there's a lot of coconut in it, but it's cruelty-free, paraben-free, vegan-friendly, gluten-free, and talc-free. It is giving like a little bit of tackiness, but it's really nice because it makes your skin feel hydrated. Sometimes with those smoothing primers, I feel like my skin just feels like it's gonna be breaking out after I wear that. But let's go on and move to foundation. This is a new brand actually I've never tried. They sent me some stuff. Causemetics. It's the Sunset Skin Foundation, and this is the shade 1N. I don't know if this is the lightest shade, but looks like it might be a tad dark. Comes in like one of those twist up pumps, and I'm gonna use about 2 pumps. So this has an area whipped foundation that reveals skin as if drenched in the sunset light. And this is like a paraben free, made in Canada product. Okay, if you know any foundations that you like and you want me to try, let me know. I'm like definitely on a foundation hunt right now that my Bite Beauty one is discontinued. I'm so sad. I stocked up, but I'm still like preparing myself of having to find a new one. I do still really like the Kosas foundation. That's like a good runner-up, but I'm willing to try some more stuff. Oh, it's actually a pretty nice match. You know what? I'm really actually interested in the RCMA foundation. I think came out quite a while ago, but I've heard they've had really nice like fair olive shades. So if you've tried that, let me know. I never know what to expect when trying a new foundation, but I really like the like finish of this. It has this like slight dewiness to it, but it still looks like skin, which is my favorite finish. I don't like anything that's too matte or too dewy. I just like that in between like skin finish. By the way, I'm not noticing any scent at all, and I don't think it's fragranced, which is a big plus. It's definitely on the thinner side, so it feels really nice and light. Coverage I would say is light medium. Like I could still go in with another layer, probably because I'm using a sponge as well. Go ahead and build this up a little bit. Yeah, honestly, if this wears well, it could be a very nice everyday foundation, but I feel like the coverage built up too much. But I love the finish. It's like this satiny, just satin finish. It looks very pretty. I would like a little bit more coverage, but if you don't need like as medium full coverage as I like. I think you would like it. Hopefully it wears well though. That's like always the test with foundations, right? A lot of them look great at first, but we'll see how it wears. So I actually have two new concealers here. One is also from that brand Veil. It's their Complexion Fix. It's like one of those brush tip concealers. And then we also have the Bareminerals Complexion Rescue Brightening Concealer. So this is sort of to go with their Complexion Rescue little face product that they have. It's like a skin tint. And I'll always show you what this looks like, but I've been trying this out like for a while now. I'm just not the biggest fan of the coverage. I feel like if you use a sponge with this, it literally disappears. Like, it does give like a nice amount of coverage, and it's very hydrating. If you have like dry skin, maybe you'll like this if you like lighter coverage. But for my under eyes personally, I just need a little bit of extraness. I don't know if this is meant to be a concealer on its own. I mean, yeah, it's called Brightening Concealer. I will say that it is brightening though. Like, you can tell it sort of just like woke up my under eyes. If it had a little bit more coverage, I would say it's really nice as a concealer. But if you like lighter hydrating coverage, I think you'd actually quite like it. If you have like more mature skin, dry skin, let's try to layer it with this Veil concealer. I haven't used like a brush concealer like this in a very long time. Shade looks pretty nice though. Has a little bit of like yellowness to it. This also doesn't have a ton of coverage. I put a little bit more under my eyes to see if I let it dry a little bit more, it might have more coverage. It is very light feeling, not a ton of coverage, but it does look very skin-like. This in the foundation, I feel like they did a really good job with making it look like skin, which is very nice. Like, if I was going for a more natural look, I was trying to go maybe like a little bit more glam today, like holiday-esque, but I'm okay with like natural base. I mean, yeah, this looks pretty good. It looks so natural. It feels like nothing. I'm actually pretty impressed. I hope these wear well, because it's kind of like a random brand like I've never heard of, so I would like to be able to like recommend something. So before we set everything, I have this little sample I wanted to try out from Freck Beauty. Never tried anything from them. I think this was in like one of my Sephora orders. The Cheek Slime Lip and Cheek Tint with Plant Collagen. So this one's cuffed and this one is fielding. Definitely gonna use cuffed because that is just like way too warm. You ever get like samples from Sephora, especially like the foundations, and you're like, how am I even supposed to like test this foundation? Like, they give you like the tiniest amount. I couldn't open it, so I poked a little hole in it, which if you actually want to preserve your samples, if it's liquidy enough to squeeze out, okay, it's not liquidy enough to squeeze out. I don't know why it's called cheek slime. It's just like a liquid blush. It's gonna be too warm. Let me try just a little bit with my sponge. If we don't like it, we can fix it later. It's not really giving much. I think it's too warm. This is just like, it's just like a basic liquidy blush. I don't know. It kind of has like more of a matte finish, which I wasn't expecting. I don't know, I just don't love the shades. They only have 3 shades as well, and they all look pretty warm. I don't know, I wouldn't recommend this one. Let's just go ahead and set everything. I'm gonna use the Vapour Beauty Perfecting Powder Loose, which is one of my recommendations if you want to get something before they're out of business. I did do a short here on YouTube about my favorites, this being one of them. And it just kind of looks like this nice loose powder. It's very like natural looking and pretty. I don't necessarily feel like this foundation needs a ton of powder, but I do always like to lightly set just so nothing moves. But yeah, I'm still very like surprised by how weightless the skin is feeling. So I pulled the Flower Beauty Heatwave bronzer back out of my collection. It is broken now, but I just forgot how much I love this. It is so pretty and so pigmented. And you just need like a little bit. And I just love the finish of it. Very underrated bronzer in my opinion. I've also really been liking the new Hailey's Beauty Contour in Light. Usually just take this same brush and just to like contour my jawline, and then a little bit on my nose as well. Sometimes I'll even do like the sides of my eyes, into the crease if I don't feel like doing eyeshadow. I'm gonna take a bit of a smaller brush. This is actually an e.l.f. brush, I think. Oh no, it's Bareminerals Diffused Highlight, but I know e.l.f. makes one that is similar. Taking the same product, just to do a little bit more cheekbone definition. Don't have a new blush here, so I'm gonna use my tried and true Causemetics Baby Pink. I just love the cool tone pinkness of this. It matches my natural flush so easily. Ever since I like found cool tone blushes like this pastel, I don't really like any other blush shades because I feel like it just looks so natural and I could just like wear a lot of it. And it doesn't look like clownish, and it's really pretty matte finish. So sometimes if I want to make this blush shimmery, I'll go to the Dior, which is the highlight palette in Universal, this like pink glowy one. And these are like very finely milled, so it doesn't look like, you know, you put highlight on your cheeks, it just adds a glow. Keeping this palette out, I'll actually take this white shimmery one for my highlight. How many times this video have I looked into a compact thinking there's a mirror there? At least 2 or 3 times. I'm just still amazed by how skin-like this makeup looks. Maybe I do like the Bareminerals concealer more than I thought. I just wish it had like a little bit more coverage, but there's like no, like my texture is so smoothed out, like even on my chin where I get acne. I'm just doing my brows here with the NYX Micro Brow in Taupe. It's a classic. So I did actually want to talk about the new Rare Beauty highlighter. You know, I'm not a huge Rare Beauty fan. When the highlighter came out, I was like, okay, like this looks really pretty. The description of it is very vague, of like, oh, like you've never tried a highlight like this before, and they never explain why it's different than others. So I'm kind of on the fence about it. I also looked at the shade range, and even the lightest shade seemed to be a little bit dark on like the light skin model, which is still like, I think she was a couple shades deeper than me still. So I'm very worried about that casting dark on my skin, which I really don't like with highlighters. I like a pure white one, like the Dior one, works really well because it just doesn't deepen it and make it look hollow. I want something to highlight, you know? But if you're similar skin tone to me and you tried it and you liked it, or if you just tried the formula and you like it, let me know, because maybe I will try it. But of course, if you want like a review on anything, let me know below. Comments are always open for suggestions. Let's move on along. I'm gonna take the Colourpop, that's Taupe little palette. I love this palette. And I'm gonna take the shade. I use this all the time. I did put the Stone Cold Fox palette on my Christmas. I did put the Stone Cold Fox, I think it's called, palette on my Christmas wish list. So maybe Santa will come through with that one. Because I was like, I love this little palette so much. It would be really nice to have like a full range of cool shades now that I am more into cool eyeshadow. Take this like purpley one and just pop this on the outer corners, blending in a circular motion. I'm just taking the NYX Whipped Cream single eyeshadow that I love, obviously. It's literally just the most basic matte white, but if you have fair skin, a lot of palettes don't have shades actually light enough to highlight. So that's where this little bad boy comes in. So I just really like a bright inner corner. This little crayon, it's eyeshadow and liner from 11th Hour. Oh no, it's Alley-Oop, but the name of it is 11th Hour, and it's called Making Mauves, which I thought was the prettiest color. And it's sort of just like this matte stick, super creamy. And I was just gonna smudge this on the lash line and just see how it goes. Wow, this is super creamy. So I'm actually gonna take a little smudger just to get a more precise blend for this. And then whenever I do something smudgy, I just take, this is a Luxie, I love this brush, Flat Definer. It's literally just this flat brush. You don't even need product on it. And then you can just clean up like the outer corner and it makes it look sharp. Just like the coolest trick. Yeah, this is super duper creamy and blends out to be like a little bit less opaque, but I actually really like how that looks. If this ends up wearing well, it is super pretty. Like, I like how easily it blended out. Some like sticks like this can be a little bit too pigmented, and then you just don't get that like diffused look, sort of like I wanted today. And this color is so pretty. Making Mauves is the name of it. So this is like the set down one on my finger, and I'm rubbing it and it's like just barely coming off, so I have hopes that it might wear well. So another new brand here I have is called 1999. So this is like what their packaging looks like, which is really cool. It came in like this paper packaging, and we have some color pencils. Let me open this one. So these are really pretty and pigmented. So we have this highlight pencil, and then we have these two are color pencils, which you can use like on your lips or your eyes or basically like anywhere you want. So I think that's a fun idea. I think I'm gonna take the highlight pencil in Oro, and I'm going to do my little eyeliner trick that I like to just add shimmer, usually on the center of my eye. Just like adds a lot of dimension. I like this is the perfect shade for it as well because it's this very pretty like rose gold. And I think I do want a little bit of shimmer, so I'm gonna go in with the That's Taupe from Colourpop. I've also been using the Bodyography glitter pigments a lot because those like have this similar Colourpop finish, especially for the holidays. But this one's a little bit more sheer. Just pop that on. It's so pretty. It just gives you like the best sheer wash of like taupe color. I feel like the less effort I put into my eye makeup, sometimes it just comes out better. I really like this like soft, effortless look versus like very structured or graphic look. I think it just suits me a little bit better. Before we move on, I forgot to set my brows, but I do have the new Causemetics Instant Brow Fix Gel, which I have been enjoying as well. It has this like big brush on it. Although I don't feel like it's a huge difference from my usual brow gel, which is like the one that's $5 from NYX. It's just like the white tube brow gel. It's like very basic, but it does the job. I don't usually like a tinted brow gel. I'm actually going to use this highlighter pencil on my lower lash line as well. Oh, I think they did give me a discount code for you guys to use. I'll put it on the screen or in the description below if I am correct about that. Alright, now I'm going to curl my lashes with the Plume eyelash curler. So when I first tried this, like the way that you hold it, I was like, this is weird, and it felt very unnatural. But the more that I used it, now that I try to use a regular one, like I can't use like other ones other than this one. I don't know, I just got used to it and it feels way more comfortable. It just gives you like a super nice amount of control. Just a really good eyelash curler. You get Plume from like Credo Beauty. I think the Detox Market carries them as well. I have the new Rose Ink Mascara here, which I did a review on YouTube Shorts of. Long story short, I did not like it. It was very clumpy and it did flake on me. So I just wanted to mention that in this video. I'm not going to use it today though. It's just not as good as drugstore mascaras. I feel like a lot of high-end mascaras, they still just aren't even as good as drugstore mascaras. Like, who tested that formula? That's really what I wonder with these makeup companies is, who are the people testing these mascaras, and like, does the flaking not happen on them, or like they think it's good? I don't know what's happening. I don't know if they're just not testing it, but like it doesn't wear well. Like, I need a mascara to wear well. End of story. So I actually have this interesting product from 1999, that same brand, with the pencils. It's their Lash Tint Mascara, which you can use on lash and brows. It is black though, so I definitely can't use it on my brows. It has a very tiny wand. I'm just gonna see what it does to my lashes. If I don't like it, I'll use a different one. But this brush could seem like really nice for the bottom lashes. You know what? I actually like how separating this is. Yeah, it's definitely not giving me like a ton of drama though. Made a super great bottom lash formula with that little tiny brush. I like how it grabbed all my lashes. But since I still want some more drama, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Sky High Mascara, which is my favorite. Because this look isn't bad, it's just not the amount of drama that I would like on my top lashes. So if you may have noticed, I've been doing a lot more YouTube shorts lately, and I made a video talking about like short form content. It's not my favorite, like I don't like TikTok. Still don't plan on being on TikTok, but I do actually like making some short form videos now, and I think I just didn't find like the type, I finally found the type of videos that I like to make instead of trying to like make videos like everybody else, if you know what I'm saying. I like making quick little videos. It's a great way to like show you this one product like in a short amount of time and still get the point across. And also, if I don't have the energy, like if I'm just having like a lot of brain fog and my health issues and stuff, these types of videos definitely take a lot more energy to film and edit, and short form's a nice way for me to still post content without like totally draining myself because I have gotten 2 very interesting health test results lately, which still, I need some more appointments for them. I'm like right on the verge of getting some diagnoses, which I will do update video, of course. One of the things that I might be diagnosed with, I kind of knew this whole time. We'll talk later, but it's very interesting. Yeah, I'm on a new medication as well, so I'm just like adjusting to that. And you know, just interesting journey. If you have health issues, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's an ever-evolving thing. This Colourpop Super Shock shadow is literally, it gives you that like glossy wet look. It's my favorite, so good. Alrighty, let's do lips. I have this Revlon Color Stay Longwear lip liner. We do have a new lip product to use. These stay like no other. What color is this? It's called Nude. So this is the 1999 Tinted Matte Balm. This one's the shade Terra. It literally just looks like this big chunky crayon. It feels very waxy, but how pretty is that? Like more of a soft take on like holiday reds. Let me put it on, then we'll talk. It is more of a balm formula. A little bit patchy, probably mostly because my lips are so dry. This time of year they won't get better. But this color is really pretty. It's a nice softer take on reds. If your like skin is like me and you have like light hair and you feel like a lot of contrast isn't good, this is a nice way to still feel a little bit holiday. To actually add just a little bit more opacity, I have this Rose Ink lip crayon, which is a similar shade. It's called Still. It's actually much brighter, but I just want to put it on. Definitely amp things up a little bit more. I might have liked this shade a bit more though. I like both. Hard to tell. But to set everything, the Pop Makeup Mist. This is my favorite setting mist. It's so affordable. It does not have added fragrance in it. It does have peppermint oil, which gives it a scent. But it's just from peppermint oil. It's like really refreshing. And it gives you like this slight dewiness. And it just does wonders at like melting powders into your face. I changed my lip again because I still felt like it wasn't right for me. But I found a really nice one. This is from Well People, which I don't think I've ever even tried on before. The Optimist lipstick in Namaste. I might have worn it before. You can find these at Target. It's definitely not like quite a red. It's more of like a very deep berry, but I think it's a good alternative. Again, if you are fair like me and you have like low contrast in your skin, it just appears a lot more natural looking, and it has like that cooler tone, which I feel like I really need in my makeup nowadays. It's very like warm, rich reds. I feel like just like stand out a little bit too much, and this one was very pretty. They're super creamy. Find them at Target. Feels more moisturizing, especially when I have like super dry lips like I do right now. So yeah, this is a little fun like holiday glam. If you popped on lashes, take it a little bit more glam for like nighttime type of thing. Is this the same look I've been doing the past couple tutorials? It might be. But the point was just to try some new makeup, have some fun, catch up. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos from me. I'll be posting tons of new shorts, trying out new things, tips here and there. So super helpful stuff. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.